Hello, collective. The Masonic Hall has been coming out a lot, so I just want to pull on that and see what's up, see what we got going on. With that, was it anything else I wanted to like really touch? Maybe a Diddy update. Maybe what's happening with Young Thug is very interesting, and that like it's very orchestrated. Y'all know that, right? We've been doing this long enough. Y'all know that it's very orchestrated. Especially if they're very selective, that like he's the one doing all the talking, and they're only catching the parts where, you know, the people on the other end are just listening and adding commentary here and there, you know. And I just find that interesting too, that either I guess he just have weird conversations with people where they just listen and they really don't add commentary to the conversations, or either these people who are exposed or release these tapes are very selective and they just pretty much choose the parts where he does most of the talking. So I don't know, whichever one it is, both are weird, but you know, that's that. I don't even know. I don't know what else. Oh, and then the National Guard thing, maybe an update with that with Trump, maybe. But let's look at this Masonic Hall first, because that's been very strong. And then let's see where they take us. Maybe they won't take us into any of that. Welcome to my newbies. Hello to my oldies. My name is Diamond, and you are watching Pretty Blind Eyes. The readings held on this channel are into. Oh yeah, it was Kathrine Jackson and one of the members of New Edition. There's some weird energy around both of them. So that's okay. The readings held on this channel are for entertainment purposes only. The discussions held on this channel should not be taken as literal advice. I am legally blind, so I do read on my cards to decipher what they are, but I'm an overall intuitive reader. In the description box below, you can find several ways to interact with me, one of which is the availability to book private readings. That calendar is open. Thank you guys for the love, support, gifts, donations, journeying with me, and patience. I'm feeling Jamie Foxx again too as well, so let's just see. Should we start out with them then and then just get to the Masonic Hall or what? Let's get some general collective reading, collective messages first for the collective here. What are we talking about here? Yeah, I'm feeling a lot of destruction to money places. So even in the divine feminine and masculine reading here with that Brinks truck that kept showing up. Yeah. Even some changes and upgrades with that too. Maybe the look of that is about to, maybe they're going to upgrade the way that truck looks as well. Or well, if everything is going in the air, now this is just my guess. I don't know if I'm channeling or not, but I know y'all know where I'm going with this. Like, what would the truck do? Like, will it become digital and then it could pull up to like locations and scan something instead of if there's not going to be any physical money anymore? I am seeing some sort of paper stuff. It could be still colorful like me and Kay used to get back in 2020. It kind of resembles maybe not euros. What are German dollars called? I remember my friend showed me them. But anyway, let me not go there because I'm not educated in that department and I don't want to confuse y'all. All I'm saying is I'm seeing these little papers, but these papers hold a lot on one paper. And I'm hearing SKU numbers and stuff, so it's just barcodes and stuff, like similar to what you see online when you buy your tickets and stuff. Now everything is going to be scannable. So any physical trace of money is going to be like scanned like credit cards, but they look like pieces of paper. So I don't know if that's just like the alternate. Yeah, because they're showing like a list of like, so let's say you had all these credit cards and stuff like that. It looks like a list of them is embedded in these barcodes and stuff. So they are showing a little bit of what the physical part of it would look like, or maybe major corporations have those for their inventory and things like that, in which that kind of stuff already has been happening. As we know, we've been able to put apps on our phone. We can go into stores and scan barcodes and get the prices and stuff too, because it'll be looped into their inventory and all, like Walmart and all those places. And with Amazon Go, you could go in the Amazon store and just pick up what you want and scan it, and then, you know, pay for it still through your phone. You don't have to like go to a register. So they've already been preparing us for this, you know what I'm saying? So again, they're very heavy on this. I'm hearing infrared scans and these papers, right? And so I don't know, maybe the Brinks truck has this print out thing and they take, you know, I don't know. But I am seeing maybe there's something different or new about them, or they're saying that they won't be as active, but I feel like they are. I feel like they still will be active though, but maybe they're going to upgrade the trucks And if anybody know that they have already started remodeling these trucks, please let me know. But they look dope. They look very dope. They may not be big trucks anymore, because I'm seeing like this PT Cruiser looking car thingy. They're saying aviator kind of, you know, it's very futuristic looking. And so, yeah, they're just talking about the changes in the money that's about to come in. Okay. I remember in 2020, all we used to get, it looked flat. I'm not going to lie. It still looked like the money just looked like Monopoly money. I remember telling Kate, I'm like, we seeing all these different color money, like Monopoly money. And that is what we called it at the time. But I also remember us saying, like, as time go on, it'll become more dimensional and clear as they start to form it for us to pick up on. Maybe they didn't know what direction they wanted to go in, but now I'm seeing these receipt looking things. I also feel like those printers, those what do they call those not ink printers, the ones that have that receipt like paper. I feel like they're gonna be more important too. Like they're gonna start completely going without ink cartridges and those sorts of printers as well. So what do they call them when they print? They use what do they use to print on that paper? They're really cool. I think I want to try one. With those sorts of printers, they're going to be more, you know, they're going to start doing without the ink cartridges and, you know, the older model computers soon too as well. Which is that same, they're saying it's the same similar technology with the way that they'll keep up with the new currency and the way we spend and things like that too as well. Eight of Wands. Oh, this is out of nowhere. Eight of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Cups. Who is this person here that's very nervous? Palms are sweaty, excuse me. Channeling Seven of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. All right, there is a public figure here. I think I need to just specifically ask about them because this could be anybody, but there is someone here maybe that's head of currency in the White House, I guess you can say. There's a scandal here. There's a lie that was told regarding that. They're going to kind of get caught up. There's exposure around it. So, you know, I don't even know what to tell y'all specifically to look out for in the news who y'all know is specifically this person. But I do feel like it's whoever, if y'all want to do y'all research, it's whoever is like head of the overall currency of this country. They're responsible for that, is that person. They're kind of like, it's not a huge scandal, but this person has nerve issues. And they like to be perfectionists, but sometimes they can get really lazy. And I think they're going to try to cut corners and going to get caught and then freak out. And this is the type of person that just starts telling on everybody when they get caught up in something because they're so caught up on wanting to be perfect all the time. So there's some funny business that's about to happen around the currency in the White House here. And I feel like that's very soon. It's very interesting. It's kind of an unnecessary lie or something that could come up with a person that wanted to cut corners. All right. Now here's the Death card with the Two of Wands. Nine of Wands. Yeah, damn, that's a lot of White House energy and the Knight of Wands here. Now this looks like some sort of security. Oh my God. It's just going to get weird at the White House. Like, I think, you know, we'd be like, okay, there's always drama in the White House. Diamond. No. Like, I feel like even like the situation with, you know, like with Trump, like the people shooting at him and all that kind of stuff could resurface or a similar situation could take place. But it's like I see somebody running and there's a shot being fired off where this person has their back to that bullet. So that don't look too good. Like, you know, that's dangerous. Now, I'm not sure if they're saying that it's going to hit him in the back or not, but he looks like he's running. So, and who's to say when that could happen anytime too. But I mean, it shouldn't be as high as security is in the White House. But it looks like I see him running down the hallway that looks like a White House. And it's like, I don't know, never been in the White House, but it looks like it's a part of the White House where it's like, I don't know if they have ceiling to floor windows or something, because it looks like this guy is that's not going to be good, because don't they have bulletproof windows and shit? I don't know. He watched too much TV. It looks like he'll want to like jump through. Oh Lord, this sounds like a scene out of a movie, but I don't know. All I can say is y'all see. Y'all will see. I'll be picking up on some crazy stuff sometimes, but I mean, hey, crazy stuff do be happening. Okay, and with the 10 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. Yeah, damn. Okay, so this is going back to the first reading I did when I was like, in the title it says Trump need to watch himself, or, you know, he's going to have to reconstruct his administration. Yeah, that's still here. That's not avoidable is what this feels like. So if any of y'all want to check that out, I have created playlists now for the collective reading, and then for all of the old celebrity readings, they're in a playlist now. Even though I won't be doing them anymore, they are definitely in a playlist where you can locate them if you're still interested in listening, or you know, going back and seeing when any of the stuff unfolds that haven't happened yet. But yeah, there's somebody there. I don't know. He gonna kill himself trying to run and jump out. And you know what? Maybe I shouldn't laugh, because maybe he didn't do anything. And maybe there's just some sort of invasion or something that may happen. I feel like there is someone on his administration that do need to get their mental checked out. Maybe that's what that is. Yeah, that's what that feels like. It's an important person in the position to protect that could have a mental meltdown and a blackout. And it's scary because they are the ones that you know, get to carry the guns and stuff like that. It's given like a faulty Secret Service person. Whew, okay. Yeah, it's going to get very weird with the people. Like I said, we have to watch that reading I did where I said that, you know, he got to watch his back, because there will be a lot of people that will try to set him up and stuff now. There's a lot of, it's reminding me of the JFK administration and how he didn't even know how many people on his team was against him. And even when he got rid of people early, when he first got in the chair, they managed to work their way back up through other people to get positions high enough to still set him up. You see what I'm saying? Like, he would get rid of them in certain positions because he just didn't feel like they were good. But then eventually they'll start somewhere else. And some of them were just connected to people that stayed on his administration that they eventually convinced to set him up. So, yeah. I feel like we could end up revisiting those, you know, those times that Trump had those close calls with the shooting and stuff. Then 2 things happened to him. 4 of Pentacles with the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, because, again, we all probably need to revisit the JFK story on all different types of levels, in a conspiracy way, just in general, what it looked like on the front end to us. They're saying we're going to see a lot of similarities to the Trump administration, and how even he was elected this time and all that kind of stuff, or maybe who he had on his side when he was campaigning, because they are showing that too, like the whole buildup before he even was elected. And there's also heavy energy in the Texas, Arkansas area where all the real stuff really happens. Like, the White House is just a pretty White House. Like, you guys would be surprised of where the real action happened, where the real MK Ultra programming really happens. It's down south. And especially on those big farms in Texas and stuff. A lot of it is becoming vacant now too, because they have gotten deeper into the earth. But all in all, that's where the real action is, and that's where it's always been, and that's where it will always be. And DC is just the registration, administrative type of stuff. But the action, cartel energy, all that kind of stuff, trade-offs, all that, selling the kids, right there. Texas, definitely, Alabama, like places that really made me interested when I realized a lot of our main distribution or corporations of places that we enjoy, their headquarters are down south. Think about it. Right? And a lot of people, oh, you know, the land is cheaper. This is cheaper for the... No, like, shit is always... That's where everything has been going on. You know what I'm saying? The child trafficking and everything. We'll get deeper into it. All right, so... All right, so let's go to Diddy. I'm getting Diddy. We're going to go to Diddy. Then we'll look at, I don't know if they really want me to speak specifically on Kathrine, but just put out that there's some light blinking energy around her. A lot of people, when they say your light is blinking, it's like the loved ones on the other side can tell that she's preparing to come home. But, you know, I don't know. It could be 5 years from now, but I don't feel like it is. And it just feels weird to say, and usually the weird messages that just drives me nuts, and I'm like, why am I saying this? Other ones that really hit and really throw me off. But yeah, her, and then there's someone from New Edition here. So we'll explore that. Let's look at Diddy first, and then we'll take a look at Miss Kathrine and the New Edition boys. I can't tell which one it is, and so maybe if we get into their energy and see what's happening or what they show us, we can maybe figure out which one it is. All right, so, and I think it could be something similar to Miss Kathrine here, like their light could be blinking as well. Alrighty, so let's see. Diddy here. I'm feeling empty energy, solid energy. Like there's not going to be a lot of waves and movement anymore. Like when I used to do his readings or reading energy around him, it would be a lot of a lot of shifts and strange activity and stuff. I feel like that's finished. Like they already know, they already have everything down. It's just this process that they have to go through. No different than it was, and I used to say that even with the court thing, but they already know. Is it giving? I used to get 2 to 5 years. I think there will be, could be time served. Could be. But I am saying 2 years. So I don't know if that means 2 years from October, or if it will total out after a few months after October. But I keep telling y'all though, I don't know what's gonna cause him to leave America, if it'll just be by choice. But I used to feel like however he ends up being restricted and treated, he'll find it better to not live in certain jurisdictions of America. He'll find it more beneficial. Will he ever be rich like he was? No. And I always told y'all, he just live a modest medium life. There is a lot of health ailments that will hit him as when he gets out bit by bit. This might sound scary, but hardening of organs of some sort. These things could be happening already. I know you guys have been telling me that he has started to age anyway. And I mean, he always was aging and stuff, but he was just numbing all of it with the drugs and all of that. But yeah, heavy, they're saying stone cold organs. So whatever it means for something to harden. I know you could get gallstones in your bladder. So there could be something with his liver and kidneys here. But I always saw his bottom half not working as much, and I always used to see him in a wheelchair. And Diddy style though, maybe with bling rims or something. But to me, I just always see him like at the top of a table in his wheelchair, just still being Diddy, basically, still being Diddy. And he'll be silent partners to people. To be honest with y'all, I think he still is. Even with Revolt TV, I think he's a silent partner. He just buried him behind people. All right, strength card with the let me see here, strength card. And I feel like, because they're showing this, like I feel like he'll also still have a hand in real estate in this country. He is one of them ones that I feel like, and I keep telling y'all that will leave this country, but will still conduct his business in this country. I always used to see that Quincy probably would be the one to make his runs for him. And be back and forth the most. I still see that to be the same as well. And even with the other reading that I did with him changing his diapers and stuff, is that kind of energy. Temperance card, strength card. Let me see, temperance card. 8 of Wands with the Queen of Cups. I also feel like there's some sort of downfall that could happen with the last baby mom and the little girl. Was it Love? Yeah. There's some sort of sudden change that's going to happen with that too. They could really end up beefing, and then there could be more exposure in that way with her. Seeing a taller guy around her. They're saying blood diamond. Maybe this guy resembles the guy that what's her name used to date or go with, or she was actually married to dude, won't it? What's her name? The Simmons wife, Russell Simmons' ex-wife, Kimora. Yeah. Unless that's really him, and he could have some tie-in with Diddy's last BM here, the Tran girl. All right, let's see. It's a small world. Would we be surprised? Oh, and the world card. What do you know? I like when that happens. But yeah, so again, this is just saying he eventually maybe will leave because of the laws and rules or the restrictions he'll have while being in America. The stigma, 3 of Pentacles with the 2 of Swords. Let me see, yeah. Three of Pentacles. You know, decisions on who's going to do this, who's going to do that. I feel a lot of administrative energy around him, which, again, further lets me know that I don't feel a long lockup for him. You know, I'm seeing a lot of paperwork and stuff and getting a lot of stuff straight. It's just, to me, it feels like from the time of his verdict till October, it was intentionally done so he could end up having like time served or something close to it. All right, Tower card, okay, with the Knight of Cups and the Three of Cups. Oh, I just got nervous and then I got in a cold sweat. So this could be, okay, is this the court case? Let me see, Nine of Cups, Three of Cups with the Hermit card. Oh, okay. So nothing weird is going to happen until there is a big secret ball of a cover-up. I'm thinking it's what I'm speaking on. It may not be the exact way or details, but like I told y'all, it's like from the verdict, there's a weird energy from the verdict he received this summer till October that to me feels like something that hasn't been announced, but it's a loophole or something that they are gonna use to defend him or justify something when they give him his sentencing. Is what that feels like. It's something weird and tucked away, and it gives, they really don't have to speak on it because of some sort of clause or law, but once they give him his sentencing, they will publicly speak on it. But right now it's like they can't or they won't, because it's like showing your hands at a poker game or like in a game of spades or something. It'll be pointless, but they're definitely going to use it to justify, and they're going to have all of these factual statements and paperwork of how they were able to do it, whatever it is. They're going to have the facts to back it up. But yeah. Lover's card with the Hangman. Yeah, definitely something crazy coming up with him in the last BM. All right, when I seen the Lover's card, I heard love again, his daughter. Again, I mean, it could, I'm not going to guess, but I kind of picking up on maybe if he wants to leave and some sort of court battle with her could come in too. So he can end up having child custody issues. You know, usually all the BMs was cooperative or he had them under his thumb, but I feel like she's going to give him hell, definitely. Seven of Pentacles, because, oh yeah, the dude, because there is a dude here that could come in that she's going to want to be with. He looks very, very tall and like a Ken Barbie, but with some melanin in him, but he gives me Russian vibes a little bit or something. All right, like, but really tall, I feel. Ten of Swords with the Emperor. Yep. Yeah, his next big fallout really is the last BM. That's going to really expose even more. Yeah. Okay. Now that's if you don't tamper with it or pick up on something and try to, but I don't feel like it's not going to be any getting away around it. So this could be what pushes him out of the America. Something's going to push him out of this country, right? But it could be that she could have this beef with him after he leaves or because he's gone and, you know, the arrangements for the baby, or, you know, I don't know which could come first. I can't really. My friend got me the Time Oracle deck for my birthday. So once I get Braille on it, guys, we could test it out and see if it helps me get better with time. But y'all know me. I don't be trying to get locked into that, because that's not what readings are. Like, pulling from the ethers is about. We all want to land in spaces where there is no time and space, because that is what other dimensions and time travel is all about. So you don't want to, like, you know, I be fussing when people be like, wait, no, it's okay to want to know, but why? Just do what you got to do and, you know, be present. That's when. Presently. All right, so that was Diddy. Let's look at Miss Kathrine here. I'm seeing I don't know if I want to do this, because I'm seeing like a bloated tummy, and they are showing like when a person bloats when they, you know, cross over. So a good child. But, you know, was that 2022 when I got that for her? Like some sickness in the fall, the winter of February. Because like I told Divine Feminine here, a lot of 22 is connecting with 25 into 26. Ace of Wands. But it's like they're saying things from 22 that matches with 25 will wrap up at the end of 25, if that didn't confuse y'all. But with the Ace of Wands here and the Eight of Pentacles. Oh, huh. Excuse me, that's very interesting. There may be a conspiracy around her transcendence, honestly, because there is like, I'm seeing like a cellar, like, you know, when people used to walk in the basement with like a lantern or something. It just looks like, I don't know, maybe someone sneaks up on her or something. This is kind of scary. This concerns Michael's estate, of course. Maybe she's trying to change something, and it could get them to want to do something to it. Like, she got to be careful around his estate and not manipulate too much. Or there's something there that they overlook that they're going to try to like get her to fix to their benefit. There's a loophole here of something she like the benefit could come in. Like the kids could benefit from. I'm sorry. I'm just shocked right now in the energy. I can't even talk and finish my sentences because it's like, so just like Divine Feminine is getting these, and in Masculine, they're getting these contract type energies. It could start with her having to renew or revisit something with his estate. And they could notice something in there that they overlooked that, you know, the legacy could benefit too much from, and they're going to want to alter that. I don't know if she's just going to be against it. I'm not really feeling any rebellious energy per se, but let me be sure. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. But with the Two of Wands here, yeah, and the Ten of Wands, there's a lot of fire energy here. And look, with the Page of Pentacles, that's my contract card and the book card here. There could be a conspiracy around a near transcendence or an actual transcendence. But with the Six of Wands, yeah, there's something in that estate, or there's something Michael may have had stored away that she knows about or knew about and never said anything. Damn, still from the grave, huh? He's still okay. Yeah, it do give, like, you know how people put a lot of secrets in their basement or their attic? It's giving basement energy, you know, or maybe something buried in the ground. I'm hearing cadaver dogs or something. I don't know. We might end up hearing some weird news about that being on their property. Strange activity on the property. Six of Wands, Sun card. King of Swords. Yeah, this is Michael right here. Looking over her. I think her light is blinking, y'all. But there, you know, so I don't know if the Ace of Wands and stuff means that there's still, or maybe that's going to happen after she, I don't know what, I can't put it in order. I can't put it in order, but maybe it's going to go hand in hand there. Yeah, I think that, yeah, Michael, I think that was Michael, that King of Swords. All right, Kathrine here. Star card, yep. I think Kathrine's light is blinking. Star card, let me see. Oh, okay. Final messages for Miss Kathrine here. It's not much. It's just, I feel like Michael's energy is looking over her. The light is blinking. The light is beautiful. It feels peaceful. But I don't know if that, or unless there have been guys scaring her, but she's been tricking herself into thinking that she's just, you know, and they could be trying to, like, you know, they know her age and stuff. Could be trying to like imprint a heart attack on her or something. I don't. Seven of Swords with the Judgment card. Yep, it's gonna be a conspiracy around her passing, though. Eight of Wands with the yep, I don't know. Oh, my stomach. Yeah, and it keeps showing her stomach bloated, but then her whole body eventually looks bloated, like how, you know, how it looks when a body sits and start to decompose. But with the Two of Pentacles and the High Priestess, yeah. I feel like she's already started to have maybe more dreams of Michael and stuff like that. And the other, which one left us? Tito? Jermaine? Tito. Was it Tito for real? Oh, if it was, yeah, those two though. She's, but it's like, I feel like she's afraid to share what she's getting because she don't want people to think she's crazy. And there are some weird men around or will be around, and then there are these dreams she's having, and there are things being moved around in the house, and that's Michael. Move it, and because I see something with the sock. Maybe she has one of his gloves or socks or something. Maybe the glittery sock or... It just sounds funny. But I'm serious. Damn, Michael just had to be so animated where now when I read on him, it sounds like a cartoon. But there, yeah. And I just keep getting energy in my stomach. Yeah. All right, so let's look at New Edition here. I don't love her. Who sing that part? Is that Ralph? Oh, no. That would be crazy. As many deaths as Bobby Brown had around him. It's not funny. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's just, y'all, I'm a Scorpio moon. So, but I'm just thinking like out of all the voices that they played just now, it wasn't, and you know, I'd be like, okay, but it could be Bobby because, but I don't really feel, I don't know though. I don't think I feel Bobby. I feel like it's one of the lighter voices. You know, the lighter tone voices. I don't even think it's Johnny. And whoever they were, who was close? Was any of them like really close to Teddy Pendergrass? Wait, Bobby was the one. No, Bobby was close to, eventually became friends with Johnny Gill, right? Well, it's a small circle in Hollywood. So, but I mean, maybe whoever this person was had like a very strong bond with Teddy Pendergrass. All right, because it's like I'm kind of feeling him around. Like he's kind of like the guardian over whichever New Edition member this is. Knight of Wands with the Page of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Knight of Wands, Page of Swords, King of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. Yeah, whoever it is could be already going through something that they're familiar with. You know, maybe he's already been diagnosed with something and they feel like it's a matter of time. Someone wants him to be strong. Whoever this is, I feel like they have recovered from it before, but it's a relapse or something coming in here. And then with the Queen of Pentacles here. And so which one in the movie had the, you know, who still got the same wife? Right? And it gives, you know, some sort of addiction, maybe alcohol or drugs, or maybe both. It's the one I didn't think was on anything. Please don't tell me Ralph again. I don't know why I just keep... Let me see. Michael, Ricky, Ronnie, Bobby, and Mike. We know that Johnny Gill eventually joined, but I don't think I'm feeling Johnny. Okay, Ricky, Ronnie, Bobby, or Mike. You were with Ronnie and Bobby. Is it Ricky? Is there a Ricky or Ralph? Ronnie, Bobby, Mike. All right, which three was in Bill DeVoe? Okay, Michael Bivens. Was it Ronnie DeVoe? Biv DeVoe. Who was the Bell person? So it doesn't sound like Ralph Transvan, right? Van. No. All right, let me see. They keep just saying whoever was the one that's still married to the same person, but it's two of them that still... Child. Well, anyway, here's the death card beside the Four of Wands and the inheritance and stuff, but they already, whoever he is, they already know. I don't know. I need to look it up. I don't know if they've made it public that this person had been battling this or whatever. Sorry, guys, energy in my arm. But here's a community center. Maybe a fundraiser or something is given, or maybe a church knows something. Whoever this person is, maybe they're still plugged into their home church or whatever, or they've started going to church. Yeah, one of these boys are... one of these boys. And I just feel like it's like a calm, soft-spoken one. But I got to look and see if any of them are still with the same, you know, been with the same wife for years. Because they just keep emphasizing that. And I keep hearing, if it isn't love. And that totally sounds like a Ralph solo song. Although it's all of them, right? Seven of Swords. Maybe she'll take me back. Six of Wands. Magician card. Seven of Swords. Let me see what this is. Yeah, there was a miracle or something with Temperance card. No. whoever he is, if he hasn't went through this yet, there's like, it's giving Bobby Christina energy, like how, you know, they'll get him like top of the line healthcare. There's a shaman that comes in, a lot of spiritual people that come in and pray over his body, work his energy and stuff like that. Too, and they're trying to be patient with something. I think this is already going on, and they're like trying to be really hopeful and patient. And I don't think it's public. I don't think we've heard anything on this person and the multitude of what this is. All right. And I've been getting this for about a month and a half now, but it just won't leave. And yeah, I did get Jamie too. Jamie, oh, poor thing. Like the chemicals in his brain just won't, like, it'll never be the same again. Like, it just never won't. Okay. I feel like he zones out a lot, or during certain times that it just feels like maybe his family could feel like he's just not really there. And it kind of scares them, but they're working with it and hoping to get used to it with Jamie. But with this new addition guy, yeah, there's an emergency that could come in. Yeah, that's what but I'm feeling like this person is already sick. Yeah, I'm hearing sick and shut in. Chariot card with the Six of Swords, but memorial. Yeah, there's a very good high quality hospital or healthcare that he gets though. And Page of Cups with the Empress, and there's the wife again. Whoever this is, I don't think their mom is with us still. I think their mom has passed already too. And they see his light blinking as well. Alrighty, guys. Well, my name is Diamond. You're watching Pretty Blind Eyes, and I'll see you next go around. Bye.